Welcome back to this Let's Play of Star Wars Knights of the Old Republic 2. Last time we spent an episode talking through it with our companions and, you know, getting some influence and getting some interesting background from Godo, and as well turning Atton into a Jedi. So now we have 4 people in the party who can use lightsabers and 2 lightsabers. That's not as many as I would like, but hey, you know, we'll have a couple more opportunities to pick up lightsabers. The other thing with Atton is that I'm actually going to have him continue to use blasters, because if you equip him with a lightsaber, he's just another guy, but if you equip him with blasters, he's already sort of well equipped for that. And the master speed affects the blasters just as well as it affects melee attacks. So he's going to be what, you know, sort of a ranged attack Jedi. And I've also given him a force power which allows him to deflect blaster bolts as if he had a lightsaber equipped. Anyway, on our way out...
Diagnostic? For some reason, I cannot fire. Obvious statement. This was not anticipated. I am attempting to access my weapon systems, and I cannot. Alarmed embarrassment. If this gets back to the other units, we will be decommissioned.
These guys are new. Well, they're not new. We've been, you know, running into them all along. But they are not in the original game. Specifically, they cannot shoot at HK-47, and HK-47 cannot shoot at them. Therefore, they're all out of the party. And once again, I'm just going to pummel them with Destroy Droid. They are actually somewhat stronger than the other versions. They level with you somewhat. They have much better saves, if nothing else. In fact, that fight almost didn't go very well. And if for some reason you didn't have HK-47 yet, they drop more of his parts. Fasa here, we could have talked to him earlier and done some of this stuff, but it's much easier to do it after Godo goes down.
You interrupting me for a reason? I have a lot of work to do, to manage here, right? So, what is it?
Alright, so we ask him to transport the family to Telos.
What? Do I look like a passenger ship to you? Ah, alright. You help me, I help you. Fine, I'll do for you. But don't ask of Fasa again. What else?
So now we can help him find a pilot.
Now that freighters can depart safely, I can use a good pilot. Fasa can do this. Good. I'll send someone for him.
Okay, and we just resolved those 2 quests down in the refugee sector that we messed up by doing some out-of-character things with HK-47. You can still resolve those quests, it takes you a little while longer to do it. We could also talk to Voga the Hutt here. And he said that if we got rid of Godo, he would sell fuel to Telos. And, you know, you could say Godo will not trouble you any longer. And Voga's like, yeah, you did what we wanted. And he gives you a little bit of money, too. Even though I didn't actually ask for the reward earlier. But that's about all we can do on Nar Shaddaa. There's this new fuel source bonus mission I'm going to have to go back to Telos to turn in. But, oh yeah, I almost forgot. This Bith scientist, I'm just going to turn this in so it doesn't show up in my log. But, this is sort of an incomplete quest. And, maybe there's something I've just missed. But, all you find is that he found the signal and his droid attacked him. So much for that. Not getting any more missions from that guy. Your airspeeder here, I never actually used it. You can use it to move among the various areas in Nar Shaddaa, but after you do the yacht, it has been sabotaged beyond repair. I don't know why they did that. like on the far side here. Huh. Hey, wait a minute. Who are it's these guys again. I'm gonna cast improved energy resistance before I start the fight, just so that I have a little bit of an up.
Diagnostic? For some reason, I cannot fire. Obvious stick.
And they make the same statement, more or less, that that they can't shoot, even though because they can't shoot at HK-47, they can shoot at you just fine. Well, they would if Destroy Droid hadn't done exactly what it says on the tin. But anyway, Atten is just using whatever blaster pistols I picked up, so he's not very effective right now. I do need to sort of go through my equipment here and figure out what I want to make and go through all of that, because if I'm going to sell things, I can either sell them to Gita here or to the guy on Telos, and I'm actually curious as to which one will give me a better price. Meditation Band is 1,000 here. I just jumped back to Telos. I skipped some scenes when we got on the Ebon Hawk, and I'll come back to those. But if you talk to this guy and try to sell that same item, that same Meditation Band, it's 1,300 here, so that's 30% more credits for selling things here. It makes a difference just as far as, you know, having enough money to buy everything you absolutely wanted. If you don't actually reload the merchants like I do, you might not even need to bother. There's really not that much you really want to buy. But you can always break it down for components as long as you have 20 repair and still make good use of it. You don't really need the best gear ever in this game. It's not that hard. Anyway, back to those scenes that I skipped.
Ah, HK-47. I did not realize that you still existed, especially now that the other generations are activated.
Query. What is it you wish, Fat One?
I see that your recent reassembly has not affected your behavior core, nor your attitude.
Statement. If I require a similar diagnostic in the future, I shall seek out the Iridonian.
Oh, I do not think so. There is much work that needs to be done first.
Query. Have we had the misfortune to meet before? I believe I would have remembered one as large as you.
Oh, yes, we have met. And I have not finished with you yet.
That's Bader's remote.
Why are you here?
Because I told her. Told her everything.
Ah, and now you are free.
Yeah, so no more threats, no more of your requests. You and me, we're done.
Did you ever think I truly held you? You're more of a fool than I thought. What truly held you was you. And let me show you why. I once held the galaxy by the throat, as you once held her by the throat and let her die slowly. And your emotion at that point is what you fear. I wielded power like you cannot imagine. Everything I saw was awash with possibilities, spreading outwards, touching everything else. I saw all of that, all that the Force is. And only when it was ripped from me did I truly see it. And I know what lies buried within you, that you hide with your desperate thoughts, your guilt, your lusts. I can unlock that part of you anytime I wish. It is a simple thing, the human mind. Once it feels something strongly, it becomes etched in the memory, the subconscious. Shall I show you? That part of you that hungered to kill Jedi, that took pleasure from it? Or perhaps you will continue to listen to my counsel, and I shall ignore your pathetic attempts at freedom. Now leave me, murderer. I have nothing further to say to one such as you.
Well, that kind of deals with the conversation we had earlier on Telos.